Some photographs are epitaphs, the last image before extinction, the final transmission before silence. Today we're looking at images that can never be repeated. Not because we don't want to, but because the moment, the subject, the very possibility ended the instant the shutter closed. These are ghosts frozen in time, proof that something existed right up until it didn't. Number 10. The last photograph of the Titanic afloat. April 11, 1912. Francis Brown photographed the Titanic departing Queenstown, Ireland. A priest ordered him off the ship. That order saved his life. This image captured 2,224 people sailing toward disaster. 3 days later, 1,500 were dead. The ship sits 2 miles down now, dissolving into rust. Soon only this photograph will remain. Number 9. The last photo of a thylacine. Benjamin was the last Tasmanian tiger. He died alone in Hobart Zoo on September 7, 1936. This footage shows him pacing his concrete cage, mouth yawning in stress. Thylacines once ruled Tasmania as apex predators with tiger stripes and kangaroo pouches. Then humans arrived with bounties. By the time anyone cared about extinction, only Benjamin remained. He died of exposure, locked out of his shelter on a cold night. These images are all that's left, a ghost pacing forever in black and white. Number 8. Pale Blue Dot, Earth's Last Portrait. February 14, 1990. Voyager 1 turned its camera backward from 3.7 billion miles away and photographed Earth as a pale blue dot, 0.12 pixels, suspended in a sunbeam. Carl Sagan called it the most humbling photograph ever taken. Every human who ever lived, every war, every love story compressed into a speck of dust. After this shot, NASA shut down Voyager's cameras forever to conserve power. The probe is now in interstellar space, carrying this image away at 38,000 miles per hour. It's the last photo Earth will see of itself from beyond Neptune. Number 7. The last photo before Vesuvius. August 24th, 79 AD. Pompeii had no cameras, but volcanic ash preserved everything. The city froze mid-breath. A baker left bread in his oven. A dog remained chained. People died holding each other, cast in ash like nature's darkest photograph. If Pompeii had cameras, the last photos would show normal life. Merchants arguing, children playing, Vesuvius smoking quietly behind them. Nobody knew the mountain was choosing that afternoon to erase them. Modern cameras now photograph Pompeii's plaster casts. Negative space where bodies once screamed. The last photo that never got taken, but exists anyway. Number 6. Columbia's last transmission photo. February 1st, 2003. The last photo of Columbia's crew shows 7 astronauts floating in microgravity, smiling 16 days before they died. Commander Rick Husband, pilot Willie McCool, mission specialists who dreamed of space since childhood. They didn't know foam had struck the wing during launch. 16 minutes before landing, Columbia disintegrated over Texas. The final transmission was telemetry, cold data showing heat where it shouldn't be. No screams, no goodbyes, just numbers climbing until they stopped. 7 people looking directly at us from the other side of disaster. Number 5. The last photo of the Aral Sea. The Aral Sea isn't dead yet, but it's dying publicly. Satellite imagery from the 1960s shows Central Asia's massive inland sea, the fourth largest lake on Earth. Then Soviet engineers diverted the rivers, feeding it, turning water into cotton. 50 years later, the sea is mostly desert. Ships sit miles from water, rusting in sand. The latest satellite photos show a shrinking silver that loses more blue every year. Each image is potentially the last before another section dries. Environmental murder in slow motion, photographed from space. Number 4, the last photo before Chernobyl. April 25, 1986. Pripyat was celebrating. Workers installed a Ferris wheel for May Day. Families photographed their children in Lenin Square. Regular Soviet lives, completely unaware that Reactor 4 was about to erase everything. The last photos of Pripyat show normalcy, birthday parties, weddings, grocery shopping. Then at 1:23 a.m. on April 26th, the reactor exploded. The city evacuated 36 hours later. The Ferris wheel never opened. Pripyat is a ghost now, reclaimed by forest. The last normal photos exist in family albums, proof that apocalypse doesn't announce itself. Number 3, the final image of Opportunity Rover. June 10, 2018. NASA's Opportunity Rover sent its last photo from Mars, a darkening landscape as a planet-wide dust storm consumed everything. The image is dim, grainy, the sun barely visible through Martian dust. Opportunity had survived 15 years past its 90-day mission, sending back 217,000 images. But this storm blocked its solar panels. Opportunity went to sleep and never woke up. NASA sent commands for months. Nothing answered. The last photo shows a rover documenting its own ending. Opportunity sits on Mars still, its camera eyes closed forever. Number 2, the last photo of a Pyrenean ibex. January 6, 2000, a falling tree killed Celia, the last Pyrenean ibex. Park rangers found her in Spain's Ordesa National Park. Photos show a beautiful animal with curved horns, eyes that didn't know she was the last. The subspecies survived ice ages, outlived cave bears. Then humans arrived with guns. Scientists collected her tissue and in 2003 birthed a cloned ibex that lived 7 minutes before lung defects killed it. The last Pyrenean ibex died twice, once naturally, once in a lab. The photo shows an animal carrying extinction alone. When that tree struck, an entire evolutionary line ended. Number 1, Voyager's Golden Record. We sent our portrait into the void knowing we might never be found. Voyager's Golden Record is humanity's mixtape to aliens. Photos of humans, music, whale songs, a baby crying, greetings in 55 languages. It's Earth's family album pressed into gold and thrown at stars we'll never reach. The spacecraft is now beyond our solar system, carrying our image away at 38,000 miles per hour. If humanity ends, nuclear war, climate collapse, asteroid impact, or simple time, Voyager will remain. An artifact of a species that photographed itself and launched that photo into eternity. The ultimate last photo, not of a moment, but of an entire planet saying, "This was us," before the silence. These last photos prove that memory outlives existence. They're epitaphs written in light. The Titanic rusts. The thylacine is gone. Voyager flies further every second. Each image asks the same question. What will the last photo of us show? Will it be beautiful? Mundane? Will anyone be left to look at it? The last photos Earth will ever take aren't in the past. They're coming. And when that shutter closes for the final time, someone, somewhere, or maybe just cold space, will hold evidence that something was here, that something saw, that something tried to be remembered. If these images made you think about memory and disappearance, subscribe to Globe Gliders for more stories about what we leave behind. Comment below which last photo affected you most, and hit notifications because some stories deserve to be remembered.